Okay, so just kind of a general overview. We have the File menu. Of course, record, stop, pause, and exit are going to be your main tools of recording. Under region, you have the option of full screen versus a fixed region. I'm currently using a fixed region because I want to direct your eye towards the CamStudio window itself. If you need to show, for tutorial purposes, how to access folders or files on the desktop itself, you might want to choose a full screen. That might work a little bit better for you. But full screen loses a little bit of clarity, I've found, so you might want to just try and see what really works. Video options, under the options menu, there's a ton of stuff you can do here. If you go in here, the default setting is auto adjust, and that'll set all your things. But you can also change the frame rates, the quality, the capture rates, and just kind of see what you need for your specific application. Also under video options, you have cursor options, anything you want to do. Maybe if you're playing a game, you might want to hide the cursor as opposed to showing the cursor. Tutorials on computers, you might want to show your cursor and direct your audience to where you want to go. You can also change the cursor to a lot of custom options or highlight the cursor itself to show clarity. Great audio options here. You can either choose not to record any audio. If you're doing a tutorial and you want to talk into a microphone, maybe you want to do this option, and then the speakers for if you have a game or something that you need to hear from your system. You can change more audio options there. AutoPan is a really neat tool that we'll discuss a little bit later on. And again, you can create keyboard shortcuts and anything to help you use the software more efficiently. You can also, if you don't like the sound of your own voice, which is my case particularly, you can throw up some screen annotations or video annotations in your finished product that'll kind of give your audience little bubbles and directions. This menu would allow you to shrink the CamStudio window and put more of an emphasis on what you're trying to show versus the window itself. And we'll shrink that down here and then press this icon to move it back up to where you want it to go. And then we can do just the buttons view as you saw, so just the very simplistic thing right here. And for anything else, frequently asked questions, if you need some recommendations from the CamStudio people themselves or anything else you want to know about CamStudio, it can be found under the Help menu. Now, one thing to keep in mind as far as region goes, again, full screen is the default recording medium, but you can also change it to fixed region, and I've found that fixed region paired with the AutoPan function gives you a lot more directionality. It improves your clarity quite a bit, and it also still allows you to manipulate files and folders on the desktop in a tutorial sense. So you can go over and see everything you really need to do, but it also keeps that video crisp, clean, and direct. So again, if you choose to do a fixed region, you'll go up here to region, and instead of full screen, you'll want to check the fixed region. It'll pop up a size box, and you can adjust the width and the height to your liking, but it gives you pretty much just a general look at a much closer and concentrated aspect of it. Make sure you're in fixed region, and then go over to cursor options. A lot of great options. You can choose to show or hide the cursor for different applications. You can also choose the custom cursor option. A lot of fun stuff. I've chosen a magnifying glass here, but you can play around with it and see what works. One of the great things about the cursor options is you can also apply under the options menu the enable AutoPan function, which is a great function showing your audience directionality, and this actually will follow your cursor around and move your fixed region to where you want it. And so again, this is the AutoPan function, and you can see left, right, up and down movement. You can find a lot of different things, and who knows, you might even find Waldo. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. One great thing you can do with CamStudio is to take your user through the files and folders on your desktop and kind of use it for tutorial purposes. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that by opening an Excel file right here. And using the auto pan and fixed region, you still capture everything you want to capture without losing any of the clarity that you would lose using a full screen setting. So here we have pie charts and entered in data to Excel, and it really gives you an idea of the scope and the tool quality of this type of program. A couple of other great options when using CamStudio pertain to gameplay. When you're doing an online game or a game on your computer and you want to display your winnings or skills at that game, then one thing you could do is go over to cursor options, and instead of showing your cursor as displayed here, you can elect to hide your cursor by making sure that this bubble is darkened in, and that way you get the full experience of gameplay without having your mouse pointer on the screen at the time. So go ahead and click OK. And then also under options, you have the audio options, and you can choose to record audio instead of from a microphone, or not recording audio, you can choose from speakers, and that way you can get the sound of the game and not the sound of the people talking or anything like that, and really hone in on what you want to capture. This is yet another application of the CamStudio software, another example of a game recording. Again, you're going to want to remove the cursor or hide the cursor, which can be found under cursor options, and you're also going to want to, well, at least I used a fixed region for this one for clarity purposes. It's a really neat device, and it'll do a lot of great stuff, and I think this just shows the versatility and really just the ease of access that CamStudio gives you with its software, and you can record just about anything. I think it's a really cool tool.
It's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Save him.
Oh, geez, stick and clean.
Oh, geez.
Let's go.